Hey good people, this is Tori with Datingwright, a channel solely focused on helping men and women make better decisions in their dating life. And in this video, we're going to be discussing a video that was done by a lady by the name of I can't really pronounce her name, so I'm gonna tag her name inside the video. That way you guys can go check her out. But she had some she was talking about how a lot of women would try to block their children from seeing their father as a way of punishment or being angry about the fact that they are no longer together. So I thought it was a couple jewels in here we can squeeze out of here and take things, because she definitely touched on some things. But before we get into any of this, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share the video, since that's by far the best thing you can do to support the channel. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into this breakdown.
Because a lot of you are going to want to come on here and be combative. Yes, we know that there are single mothers in the world who bear the weight of the world on their shoulders because of a deadbeat father. We get that. What I'm about to say is to a marginalized group of people. If this don't apply, let it fly. You don't have to comment on here and tell me that it goes both ways. That's a given. Again, this message is to a very select group of people who need to hear it, all right? Some kids out here are fatherless because their mothers want to prove a point, and it's terrible. It's grave. Some women are complete demons to men and then want to call them a deadbeat. You got some men out here who genuinely love their children and they want to be around their children. They want to be there in their lives, supporting them whichever way that they can. But women, some women want their way. If I can't have my way, I will make your life a living hell. And that's on everything. This is the mentality of some women.
Wow, you think she lying? You think she playing about what she just said? No, this is exactly how it goes when you mess around and leave a relationship with a woman and she thought you guys was gonna be together forever, especially after she had your baby and you guys didn't really have that conversation and go into certain things and do things in a certain order. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be chaos. But on the first note that she brought up, where she talked about how this message is not pertaining to you, don't even reply, don't even get in the comments below. I love how she clarified that, because people are just come on, you know, get all in your comments, get in their feelings all over a post or a video that ain't got nothing to do with them. They never even experienced something like this, and they got the nerve to get in the comments and be negative. So if it don't apply to you, don't even speak on it. And this goes for this video too. Let's get back into the video.
And we gonna expose it. This is a queen to queen talk. Picture yourself in a women's convention, okay? We talking about this because this is going to strengthen us from within. You cannot go out here and try to control a man. If it did not work out between you guys, if he's choosing not to marry you, okay? Because technically, before you laid down, you probably should have secured the ring. But since things happen, and if it didn't go as planned, it's okay. Now a child is in the picture. So that means what? We can't always have our way and our wants to come to fruition when you got a child. Listen, a child needs a mother to stand in the gap and be mature, to put their needs before hers. Some women will allow a child to face hell in their life, be apart from their father, because they want their way. Oh, if you ain't gonna marry me, honey, if I ain't gonna get no ring, I can rest assured you won't see your child another day in his life or her life. It's terrible. And it creates grave effects for the child later on, but you're not thinking about that child. It's all about you. It's your world, big girl, ain't it? That's terrible. You're selfish. This is a self-check moment. You can't do that. Some women on top of that, oh, you know that he got plans with somebody new that he with? You want to control a man and treat him like a child by using his child against him. Well, I know I said 6 o'clock. I'm at the mom, still getting my hair done. It'll be 7:30. Oh, well, I ain't going to be around there. I'm dropping him to my mama. If you want to go get him, you could go get him from his mom, from my mama's house. It is what it is.
She is speaking facts on this. Like, I don't know what her situation is. I don't want to judge or make any assumptions, but she is hitting this exactly on the nail. She's either going through this with a guy she dating, or she know one of her homegirls or friends. She heard about how they handling a man they with, because this is personal right here. I can feel the passion in her voice. And also, I do like the fact that she's speaking up for the men. A lot of these men, they do want to be in their child's life. I have a cousin who I experienced him going through this with, and this happened about 20 years ago, but it was a very painful situation he went through, where his daughter's mom, she would not let him see that child. Once they broke up, it was like she knew that was the one way of getting to him, because they was breaking up. Breakups can be ugly, but she knew the one way to get at him was to keep him from seeing his daughter. And I remember times that he would fight to see his daughter. Like, he would do everything. He would show up for her birthdays, for the holidays, every month. He would come over, get his lady money. Not only did his baby's mother, hate on him, but she had her mom hating on him. He would go supposedly to pick her up from her mom's house, and the mom would give him a hard time. And he would finally get his daughter at times, and his daughter would tell him how her mother would tell her bad things about him, tell her lies about him. Now, his daughter is older now, and they had that conversation now, and I'm gonna bring up that point too in a bit. But she said when she was younger, her mother would tell her all kind of bad things about him. Would say that her dad is in jail, he's a bad father, he hit her, he abused her. She was not only keeping the daughter away from him, but she was poisoning the daughter's mind about things that the father did that he didn't do. So this is the depth and the hatred a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women would stoop to. You know what I mean? Because I must, listen to this right now. I gotta say, man, I got a good. My son's mother is awesome. She's my ex-wife. My son's mother, man, she ain't never pulled nothing like this. She wanted me in my son's life. So shout out to all you good mothers out there who understand the importance of having that man in that child's life. Like, they need their father. Like, you can never replace something like that. That is something that's unspeakable. But anyways,
you can't be nasty like that and then get on social media or do whatever and talk ill about somebody. And better yet, you got an even more grave thing that a lot of women want to do. Oh, you don't want to give me no ring? You don't want to do? Well, the baby ain't yours anyway. Well, she ain't yours. He ain't yours. It is what it is. So what? Okay. What? That's petty. That's petty. I'm going to tell you straight up and down, because some people going to encourage you in that foolishness. Okay? If he wanted to be with you, he just should have. Well, if he feel like that, all of y'all bitter and negative together. That's terrible. You done brought innocent people in your situation to carry out this manipulation. It's wrong. Some men want to be in their children's life, but you are the hindrance. You want your way. You've been that way since a child. It's wrong. It's time to level up. Things in you're going to continue to face that same level of depression, that repeated cycle of up, high highs, and then low lows, until you do right by some people. Some women out here, we talk about men being prideful. Some women owe some men some apology straight up. You owe them an apology. You need to understand that when you do things like that, the humiliation, particularly when you say, oh, the baby ain't yours, and he thinking that straight up and down that this is his child. But you bruise a man and you say, I was just mad. No. When you put that out in a public platform, understand the humiliation that's attached to it. A man may never come forth and tell you face to face what he is feeling, but some men are dying inside. Some men have a silent cry that only him and his brother know what he going through. Y'all wonder why the friends stop dealing with you. That man be dead inside because of something you're doing, trying to control him. And some of you gonna hear this message and say, well, whatever. It is what it is. That's nasty. That's rude, and you need to pray against that spirit of pride in your life. Some kids out here are fatherless because you as a mother want to prove a point. Love you much.
And another thing I want to say about that, to all the baby mothers out there who try to pull this, keeping a child away from their father, you got to realize that this child is going to grow up one day. She's going to turn 18. He's going to turn 18. And they're going to, go on with their life, and they're going to turn 21, 25. And at some point, they're going to want a relationship with their parent. And you can't control that anymore. And when they do go have that relationship and they have that conversation with their father and they're able to say, hey, you know, what happened back in the day? That dad, he's going to give them some answers. He's going to tell them what happened. He's going to tell them the breakdown, how, hey, I was trying to get at your mom. I was trying to get you, but your mom, and just like my cousin talked about his relationship with his daughter now, how his daughter is able to look back and be like, oh my God, yeah, mom did do that. Oh, that wasn't true. I think women who do this, I think you're damaging the future view your son or daughter will look at you later on in life. They're going to be able to look back and be like, oh my goodness, mom was lying to me that whole time. Mom was evil. Mom was rude. Mom was being nasty. You know, you can't take that back from a child. Like, you can't take those years back. I warn all the bitter baby mothers out there that one day that child is gonna get older and they're gonna go have a conversation with their father, and he gonna be able to tell them what happened, and it ain't gonna be no more lies to cover. You know, now at the same time, there are some bad fathers out there. You know, I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about the good ones that want to be in their lives. That's what we're focusing on. So just keep that in mind. If you want to be butthurt just because the relationship probably came to an end, you should have thought about that before you had this man's seed and let you and him get into this situation. Not putting the blame on the woman, because men play a role in this as well. And I think men should protect their seeds. This is like the same situation that the rapper Young Jock is going through. He was just recently picked up by Atlanta sheriff's officer or police or whatever, but he got picked up on some child support stuff where he was paying the girl, making payments with her, but you know, the mess got out of hand a bit. Here, check out this clip. Let me show you.
In the process of establishing all of my information, my documents, I need to see your contracts. I need, you know, when you're a celebrity, they going through everything when it comes to the attorneys. So when Christmas rolled around, I was like, look, we don't have an agreement. We don't have an agreement of what to pay. That's what we're trying to establish. So in the process of doing that, I said, well, hey, I give you $1,500 for Christmas. And the attorney said, no, that's not enough. So while my attorney and her attorney's going back and forth to establish this, they put this out on me. I didn't even know. I didn't even know I had a warrant, you know what I'm saying, for this. So here I am. I'm just living my life casually, still paying child support, you know what I'm saying? And suddenly they put out this child abandonment warrant because they did not want to accept the $1,500. So when I go to court, this is going to have to be reversed. It's going to have to be taken off my record, because there was no point in time where there was any abandonment. There was no point in time where there wasn't.
Men, be warned. This stuff is happening out here. I know you meet a young lady and you guys are having a good time. You can get to the point where things become a little bit unprotected, but you got to realize that you need to protect your seed. You don't want to have a child with just any woman. You want to make sure you vet that woman correctly. You know her temperament. In today's modern time that we're living in, 2022, is just not very wise for you to get a woman pregnant and you don't plan on staying or being with that woman forever, man. It's just not. You know, things happen and people change, but you need to vet the woman that you're making a child with, and you guys need to have a conversation, even if it's one of those Nick Cannon conversations. Now, I don't agree with what Nick Cannon is doing. That's a whole nother video, but I'm just saying, you need to have a conversation with that woman before y'all get in that situation. And you look around, and the next thing you know, you're fighting the baby mama from hell, because it can be a nightmare. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and share the video as much as possible. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.